This is a podcast all about buying your first commercial property. I'm Sibel Vurdu, a commercial property solicitor at Thackeray Williams. Thank you for joining. Many investors or would-be investors are drawn to commercial property. Even in times of economic uncertainty, individuals like the idea of investing in bricks and mortar, which can feel more real than a purely financial investment, such as stocks and shares. A commercial property can be the foundation for a long-term income stream, as long as it is chosen carefully and is well managed. There are traps for the unwary, so it's vital to get good legal advice before you commit yourself. In an uncertain market where property prices are falling, there may be bargains for smart investors. You should understand what your outgoing costs will be and ensure that you have a good tenant occupying under a well-drafted lease. Your solicitor will be a valuable partner in this process. The first decision is whether you want to buy property in a good condition which will produce an income immediately, or go for a cheaper property which requires some work and then invest in improvements. These could make the property more attractive to tenants and boost the level of rents that you can charge. That should, in turn, increase the capital value of the property. The challenge is to balance your initial investment against a realistic view of the likely rent. Whichever approach you choose, location is important, and this will depend on the type of property. An industrial or logistics unit will rely on good road links, whilst an office will need parking and public transport close by as well. Many commercial tenants are attracted to property that is close by to other complementary businesses, particularly in the retail and hospitality sectors. Once you have identified a property that you are interested in, your solicitor will carry out a due diligence exercise, investigating both the legal title and aspects of the surrounding area that could impact on your investment. Inquiries of the local authority and planning department will tell you whether the property has direct access to a publicly maintained highway and should reveal any proposed developments nearby in the near future. Data from the Environment Agency will also tell you the likely risk of flooding. This can have a significant impact on the cost of insurance for you and your tenant, so it's very important to check this before you buy. The range of data available for your solicitor to search is increasing all of the time, so you should have a discussion with your solicitor about your immediate and future plans for the property to help them decide which searches to carry out. The legal title documents will reveal whether the property has the benefit of any necessary rights over neighbouring land, for example, for access, escape routes, or to run pipes and cables. Private rights such as these will often come with an obligation to contribute to the cost of maintaining shared facilities such as private roads. Your solicitor will make sure you know what to expect so you can factor this in to your investment decision. It is now also vital to think about the energy performance of a building that you plan to buy. This is because it's unlawful to let a commercial property with a rating below EPC E. The seller must give you a current EPC at the start of your negotiations. The government is expected to rise the minimum energy rating for the letting property from EPC C in 2027, rising to EPC B by 2030. So you should consider how easy it will be to improve the energy performance from its current level and how much it's likely to cost, as you will want to ensure that any of these costs are accounted for in your business plan. If you purchase a property that is already let to a tenant, you will expect to get the benefit of a ready-made income stream. Although it is still important to investigate the current tenant to make sure that they are financially sound. Your solicitor will check any existing leases to spot any problems. These points may include whether it is a full repairing and insuring lease, under which the tenant will be bearing the cost of any maintenance and insurance. And your solicitor will warn you if, for example, there are any limits on the tenant's repairing obligations, perhaps, for example, by reference to a schedule of condition. Your solicitor will also check how long is left under the lease and whether it benefits from security of tenure, which is the right to stay on and claim a new lease under the Landlord and Tenant Act 1954. If you are uncertain about the financial strength of the current tenant, or you have plans to obtain vacant possession so that you can redevelop the property, it is crucial to know how easy it will be to get them out. If the property is vacant, your solicitor will need to draft and negotiate a lease or leases. Depending on the local market for commercial property, you may have to wait to find the right tenant, as well as factoring in the time that it will take to negotiate a form of lease. If there are already plenty of vacant property for tenants to choose from, you should be prepared to offer a rent-free period as an incentive to the prospective tenant. Any successful investment property must also be well managed. You may decide to do this yourself, or you may want to pay professional managing agents to do this for you. First-time investors are often surprised at the time that it takes to deal with the day-to-day running of commercial property. So you may decide that paying an agent is money well spent. Either way, your solicitor will be able to guide you through the process and advise you on any redevelopment plans. Our specialist commercial property lawyers will be able to guide you through every step towards buying your first commercial property, making sure that you approach the deal fully armed with all of the relevant information on which to base your investment decision. For further information, please contact me in the commercial property team on 0208 461 6179 or email me at sibel.vurdu@thatcraywilliams.com. Thank you.